Mr. Wright, this sort of behaviour is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid your apology is not enough.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. I ate it. You fucking idiot. You what?
You ate it.
It was too big to swallow. I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. How the fuck did you do that?
What is he doing now?
Your Honour, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Did your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it.
It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly the bottle did not contain a deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant's still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem.
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. If that's why the poison's lost its potency.
There, it's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I can't accept your explanation of events.
Why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. In a court of law, evidence is everything.
Even after I prove so much, you're still going to get away with everything?
Now the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne's been cleared up, I'd like to be seen with the trial.
Mr. Wright. I'm sorry, Miss Fay. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day, the day I met Dog Swallow, that girl, you shouldn't see her. Yeah, we've heard that. Get on with it. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl's a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Is that true? Did he really say that?
That's ridiculous.
There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly.
Your Honour, the defendant is...
Miss Fay, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, there's only one possible conclusion. The defence believes Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Fay.
If you're so certain of your theory, let me ask you this.
Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore...
Exactly who was Miss Delia Hawthorne planning to kill?
There was only one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Me? That's preposterous! After all, it was Doug Swallow who was murdered.
Well, it's true that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else it could be.
How could that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Poor Mr. Wright, this must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to the incident 8 months ago. The bottle necklace, that's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go as far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing: how to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there's one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, that tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honour. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence.
That can't be true.
Feeny, what a joke you are. Honestly, how can any woman count on you for anything? I even told you time and again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne?
It appears we're nearing the end of the trial. Fan, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your silly little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, hey old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with your dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hack to finish up already. I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No. You better think it over carefully, Miss Fay. Or should I say, Miss Grey?
Well, Miss Fay, can you provide evidence that will establish her guilt once and for all?
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible! You can't possibly!
Stupid woman.
The subpoena of the court has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I'll allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you're unable to establish her guilt, I'm afraid a very harsh verdict will be immediately handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headlines in tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets a chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, the poison was probably in there.
Well then, Miss Fay, please present your evidence. Show to the court irrefutable proof Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's cold medicine?
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She's the one who took this bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim Doug Swallow holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone should accidentally run into the reading room. My client, Mr. Wright. That's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That's when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when I realised I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check the victim. On top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall she was carrying a bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, She disposed of the evidence exactly the same way she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Dog Swallow. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. Pure desperation.
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, there's no need to worry. Come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fay! Mia Fay! Do you think you've won? Do you, Mia Fay? That's just fun. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again, I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Huh? Why, yes.
I'm gonna go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. It's finally all over.
I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
Even so, your witness just seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I'm Winston Payne. I don't believe one word this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said.
There, it's all right, rookie. I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life.
So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
Well, you see,
And here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show the rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
No! My hair's flying off! My beautiful hair!
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file the papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Sure you did. Don't lie, admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honour? Is it just me, or did you and Miss...
Was it me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honour, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne.
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter.
You have a wife?
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly.
Oh, very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment to bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty. The court is adjourned. Yeah, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Too much information. Mr. Grossberg, do you think you could maybe stop talking about them?
It's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it was that we veteran lawyers who've lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking. Go on. The dolly I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kind of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. I can see how you'd be friends with Larry Butts now. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. It's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. Well, what kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, I should be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Fay, a lawyer's someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'll study my ass off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that's a story for another day.